Choosing your first lens as a beginner content creator, photographer, or filmmaker can be a very confusing task. So be sure to save this video for when you need it, because I'm sure that you are going to definitely need it. In this video, I will be guiding you through the essential considerations to make before choosing your very first lens, or say before spending your hard-earned money choosing your first lens, just because investing in lens is a long-term investment. So choosing a perfect lens will be useful for you for a very long time. So here are some factors you first need to consider. The type of lens. Lenses comes in varying types and sizes. Now, choosing a perfect one for what you need it for is going to be very useful. There are prime lenses, you have the zoom lenses, you have the wide angle lens, macro lens, the telephoto lens, and what have you. Also, you need to understand that the focal length of your lens will affect your image composition. They all have a contributing factor to give to your image. That is your final output. Aperture is a very important factor to consider as well, because these lenses come with varying aperture, which will affect your image when you need that blurry bokeh background. It's important you know how it's being achieved and what lens can give you a better result. Also noting that aperture helps in letting light into the camera. So if your shot or your production has a lot to do with low light scenarios, you might as well consider the kind of aperture that will go with the kind of production you want to do. Now we've talked about the factors. Let's talk about the considerations you need to make before choosing your first lens. One, your photographic interest. That is, what do you want to shoot with the lens? Some lens can serve you for different purposes, but the primary thing you want to do, the primary end result you want to shoot with the lens will determine what kind of lens you are going to be picking up. For instance, if you're a portrait photographer, you have to consider your space, which is a very important thing to consider before choosing the lens, because if you choose a prime lens that doesn't give you enough room to play around, it's going to be a very, very, very tedious thing to deal with. Budget is a very, very important factor to consider. Your budget has to do with how much are you willing to spend for these lenses. Some of these lenses are quite expensive, so choosing a used option could be a very, very helpful and useful thing to do for yourself. Now, here are some popular first lens options out there. Talk about your prime lens. We have your 35mm prime lens. This is a prime lens, but it's not 35mm though. This is 24mm. Your 35mm, which is very, very good for portrait photography. This lens falls into the category of prime lens. That means you are the one to move around for your composition. That is the pro of prime lens, although some people might consider it as a con, but I consider it as a pro, an advantage to using prime lens. It helps you move around and thereby getting your perfect composition. If I want to shoot these objects right here, I will have to move around for a perfect composition. I will have to come close or move further away for perfect composition. But when you talk about a zoom lens, like for instance, your kit lens, you can just zoom, in and out. Can you see? I can go from 10 mm, that is wide, to 18 mm. Prime lens forces you to adjust your composition, to rethink your composition. Its ability to excel in everyday portraiture and everyday shooting is actually very important. And because it's prime lens, I can go as low as f1.8. You can take in more light than your conventional kit lens. The value-oriented 50mm f1.8. This lens is one of the first lens most photographers or content creators or videographers get. It gives you that ability of being a prime lens, and at the same time it is quite affordable. And the advantages of prime lens, it helps taking light into your camera. So this lens is a must-have for beginners. It falls in between your 35mm and your 70mm, but it is good. Like I said, remember prime lens, and the cons of prime lens is that you need tons of space to work with. So you cannot take a subject that is closer. You actually always need to move back. You always need to find space to move back before you take an amazing shot. But if you are able to walk around your space, this lens is a fantastic lens to have. The 50mm f1.8 is also called the Nifty 50 because, like I said, it's affordable and it forces you to think composition because it's prime lens. And because it's prime lens again, it can work very well in low light situation, making it a very great tool for learning. Let's talk about the workhorse 24-70 f2.8 lens. This is an amazing lens. This lens is quite expensive. It's more expensive than every other lens on this table. And this is a versatile workhorse. Why I like this lens in particular is that you have the ability to shoot wide angle and a close-up lens. It falls in between that wide angle 24mm to that close-up 70mm. That means you can actually zoom because it's zoom lens. And remember, it has f2.8. That means you can take in tone of light and it goes from 24mm to 70mm, giving you that ability to shoot wide and at the same time close up. So imagine that you're in a conference that you're not allowed to come very close to the podium. This can give you an advantage, unlike a prime lens that you necessarily need to go close to take some amazing shots. This lens can be a very good option to those who want single lens to handle a wide range of shooting. And remember, I said it is very pricey. It's important for me to mention at this point that what makes a professional is not the tool. None of this lens makes you a professional. When you're carrying this beautiful camera, none of them makes you a professional, right? But your ability to use whatever it is that is at your disposal to create the best possible outcome. That's what makes a professional. So the one that is at your disposal, use it properly and go out there and shoot. It is very important you start producing this amazing content. It's going to help you so that when you need these lenses, you know exactly at what scenario, situation you need it for. Now let's talk about your budget-friendly kit lens. This is the lens that comes with the camera. Most DSLR cameras and mirrorless cameras have their kit lens. This lens offers a good starting point to explore your focal length, your ISO, your aperture, your whatsoever. To understand your camera, the kit lens offers a good starting point, and it comes with most cameras. So before you rush off to start buying your professional prime lens and what have you considered using your kit lens very well? Also consider picking up a used lens. Buying a used lens can be a great way to save money. This is how you can get your hand on these professional lenses without breaking the bank. Before picking up a used lens, it's important you inspect the lens carefully to ensure that it's still in a good condition. Because like I mentioned earlier, these lenses, they will be with you for a very long time. So make sure that you consider the one you want to buy, inspect it properly with an expert before picking it up. So in making your decision, watching a review like this is a very good start. Also, experiment. Borrowing these lenses could be a great way to give you leverage, by practicing and knowing what these lenses can be used for, the kind of results you are definitely going to get by using these lenses. It will help you so that when you're picking up one, you know that yes, you're picking it up because you've used it and you love the result. That would be a great way to help you, explore the different results that you can achieve with these lenses. So thank you so much for watching. And if you find value in this video, kindly like and subscribe. Let's see you in the next video.